Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm bringing you another video. Today, I'm going to talk about public sides. Actually, Steve Merrill on Wager Talk actually has certain videos. If you just want to go on YouTube, look up Wager Talk, look at Steve Merrill. He has 5 public sides today. Those are the Ravens with the -6, the Patriots with the -3.5, the Bills 14.5, Raiders -3.5, and the LA Chargers with the -2.5. Now, pretty much we're fading these numbers, so we're going to veer away from these teams if we're actually going to do a parlay, because these are the most public sides. And reason why I'm doing that is because of the Bengals last week. There's no explanation on why the Bengals would lose to a second string quarterback on a bad Jets team. So we're looking at the public side and staying away from those games, so we stay away from less risks as we head in the future to make more profits. So let's start off with the public sides. The Ravens is coming off a bye. That might be a good game for the Ravens still. They're refreshed, they're coming off a bye, and they're facing a weaker opponent in the Minnesota Vikings. So also, that might be maybe something to consider. But moving on to the next game, you have the Patriots. Now, the Patriots just traded Stephon Gilmore to the Carolina Panthers, and he knows all the defensive schemes. He knows all the defensive assignments. I won't say he knows all of them, but I'm sure he knows the kind of schemes they like to play as far as facing the Patriots, if he had to face them. And I'm sure he's sharing that information with the offense. So, with that being said, this might be a good time to fade the Patriots with with Gilmore. It might be a real good time to fade the Patriots. With all that defensive information on there, I mean, they probably could pick them apart. They just have to get a stop. And then, not only that, but they have good defensive backs. And I'm sure he probably picked up a couple of Mac Jones tendencies as well. The Bills with the -14.5. Now, you had the Broncos last week playing against a second-string quarterback on the Jets. So the Bills, even though the Bills have a better defense than the Bengals, but then again, Bengals was 6 in points allowed for this season. Come on. So, I mean, it's just a game probably to stay away from. It should be easy money if you're just betting the money line. But still, I mean, why even risk it at this point? And if you've been watching my videos and probably been following me or telling me on most of my picks, you're probably up a lot of money right now. So there's no point in risking it. Next one, we have the Raiders. The Raiders had a lot of distractions. Now, Gruden with the email. You have Ruggs with the car accident. A lot of distractions. So this might also be a good time to fade the Raiders in this. And then the Giants are definitely looking to... They're hungry. I mean, the Giants team, the defense is actually pretty good than most people give. And look at what they did to the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs is obviously not playing as well as they are used to, but their normal is still above average if you actually look at the Chiefs' stats. I mean, they only the Chiefs only have a couple of losses. Where they have 3 losses? I have to look it up. But the Chiefs are still a good football team with Mahomes and that wide receiver squad. They are still above average. And if they have a little run, they still can make the playoffs. So the Giants are who the Giants are. If Daniel Jones can hang on to the football, I'm sure they'll be good. But the Raiders do have a lot of distractions, and that's probably a game you want to stay away from or maybe fade them, leaning more towards the Giants side. Then we have the LA Chargers against the Eagles. Now, the Chargers, say Herbert's hand is still messing with him, maybe a little bit. So that's not good. They're traveling from west to east. And also, you probably want to take that in consideration as well. And then you had the time zone difference. So the Eagles, if you're looking at it, it might be a good spot to put them in a teaser. Well, they're getting 1.5 now. But it might be a good spot to put them in a teaser. That would be a heck of an upset if they did beat the Chargers, because the Chargers did lose to the Patriots at home, and they need to come back and bounce back. But this is a public side. Now, I already did my videos on the teams that I did like, and I had the Chargers winning. I still do like the Chargers winning in this, as long as his hand, I don't know, see, and that's the thing. See if his hand's all right. Then also, if you're actually watching this video before the games tomorrow, Murray, definitely, I always tell you guys, hey, look at the injury report before you actually really make some serious bets. Definitely look at the injury report, because I'm handicapped in most of these games in the beginning of the week, but during the week, as you can see, distractions, car accidents, injuries, players who's going, Aaron Rodgers in this one. Now, I'm going to go talk about all that in a little bit, but just going back to what we were talking about as far as fading the public and the LA Chargers' his hand, that might be a good spot to fade or stay away from the Chargers. So now we have the 5 most public sides. Let's go and evaluate each game again. So the Texans, as you can see over here, I started doing a parlay, and I'm going to show you what I like in each game and take it from there. So I'm trying to go over this real quick. So let's go through it. The Texans, Tyrod Taylor's back. Miami Dolphins, Tua has been playing good. The Texans defense still been giving up a lot of points. The defense still been giving up a lot of points. Miami defense is a little better than the Texans, even with Tyrod Taylor on there. Also, I feel as though this might go to the over in this game now, since Tua and Taylor are playing. So we've seen what Taylor did to the Jags, and Miami Dolphins is a little better than the Jags, but both these teams can definitely get off. I'm expecting that to go over 46, but to make sure, definitely tease that down. 7, put in the teaser if you want. But I do like the 1-13 for Miami. I feel like as though Miami has the better options in this game. Next game on the list, you have the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the Broncos, don't sleep on Teddy Bridgewater. Don't sleep on him. Again, last year by himself, he almost beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs, really good Chiefs, last year when he played for Carolina. With that defense, with that offense, actually his offense was pretty good, and he didn't even have McCaffrey helping him. So he almost beat the Chiefs. So I'm expecting the Broncos. Broncos have a better defense, have better wide receivers, and have a better running game. Well, because McCaffrey was hurt, let's just say that. So the plus 9.5 is a good number, and especially if you want to tease that up, definitely do put that in the teaser. I definitely do think the Broncos can stay within 9.5. So that's what I have on that parlay. The Minnesota Vikings in Baltimore, that's a public side I'm staying away from. Patriots, Carolina, that's a public side I'm staying away from. And also, what I said about Gilmore, that might play a factor, but I'm staying away from these games if I'm going to do a parlay. The Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars, staying away from that one. And if you actually want to bet one of these public sides, you probably do a round robin. I'm just going to say that. Probably do a round robin. Even if you're going to, let's just say, I don't see the Jaguars winning. I don't. But then again, I said that about the Jets, and it happened. But, definitely, I mean, I'd probably even take a better bet. Even this Carolina might be a bet. Actually, no, the Eagles is actually a better bet if you're looking for an underdog. Definitely do a round robin for that. But I'm staying away from those games. Cleveland Browns and the Bengals. Bengals been hot. And look at the Browns. Like, they're getting +2. I still think the Browns, I mean, the Bengals they've been on a scoring streak as far as division rivals. And last game was the Jets. So that was kind of like a little sandwich spot they be talking about. So they made that 2.5 is pretty good for the Bengals. Pretty good. They beat the Ravens. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is kind of like the mediocre team. If they beat them, they're definitely in the playoffs. I think I said that last week, but yeah, they're definitely going to be a serious consideration for a playoff spot. Well, definitely, if they do beat them, they're definitely going to be in the playoffs. So, that said, I do like the Bengals with the 2.5. Falcons and Saints. They say the Saints is in the flat spot this week. Saints is in the flat spot. I know I was going with the Saints because they had a better defense. But, man, it's just pretty interesting because they have a defense. Then you got the total over here. I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints with the 2.5. See, if I'm going with the 2.5, I might as well go with the... All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go with the Saints. And I'm probably going to go with... Actually, do they have a... I'm going to leave that game alone. All right, if I'm going to do a parlay, I need to make sure that I'm going to hit on every game. So I'm going to leave that one alone. All right, and that Eagles game with the 1.5, definitely tease that up. That's actually a good spot for the Eagles. If you tease it up, you get probably like 8.5 for that, or maybe, was it 9? So that's actually might be a good spot for the Eagles. The Raiders, definitely probably want to tease the Giants up too. So, all right, Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh, 7. Then you got Love in there. Aaron Rodgers is out. Now, I don't think Green Bay Packers can keep up with the Chiefs. This is a good spot for the Chiefs. I said the Chiefs is going to win. This is a good spot for them. So, definitely look at the Chiefs. If I'm going to do the Chiefs, I'm definitely going to get them at 2.5. Let's get them at 2.5. Alternate spread. Getting the Chiefs at 2.5. Okay, got them at 2.5. Also, I gave you that other side with Tennessee Titans. A lot of people don't understand that, Kyler Murray might be out this game too. So definitely watch out for that. There's so many question marks on all these games now. So if you're going to do a parlay, you definitely need to know all the information. So, going back to Tennessee Titans, a lot of people don't understand that you can get a halfback from anywhere. Look at the Browns. Their third-string running back had 168 yards against the Denver Broncos. But it was mostly due to good offensive line play and the fact that they did have a really good coach who understood the situation. So they do have a really good running game. As far as Tennessee go, or you can get a really good halfback anywhere. You can. Halfbacks are plentiful in the NFL. Plentiful. So them losing Derrick Henry, I'm not worried. They lost Tannehill. Yeah, it's an issue. So I'm not worried about a running game. And also, again, Stafford had problems with Tennessee. Now, he didn't have the kind of, he did have some good wide receivers when he played, but he didn't have this kind of defense. So that is maybe a really good side for Tennessee Titans. That is a really good side. That +7, definitely tease that up. And Add them in the parlay. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna add them. I'm gonna add them Tennessee Titans in there, and then now you have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, look at that total. 6.5. I gotta get them at 2. You gotta get them at 2.5. And this, oh, actually no, because didn't I do the point margin? I like the point margin in this. Point margin 1-13. 1-13. All right, that's what I got for you guys this week. Staying away from the public sides. We are making the best bet. Also, we have a couple 1-13 plays in there, and we have, let's see, can we get better odds? So yeah, that Bengals in Cleveland game. Hold on, 2.5. Bengals in Cleveland. Let's go ahead, because Cleveland defense is not bad at all. Let's do 1-13 for the Bengals. 1-13. So even if they win by 1 point, we got it. And again, I do like the Bengals in this matchup. I do. It's 1-13. Bam. All right, increased our odds. So let's look down in our list some more. Cowboys, the Cowboys 1-13. Tennessee, I don't think Tennessee's gonna win it. If I don't think Tennessee's gonna win it, might as well take that option out. So I'm just kind of going over and reevaluating everything. I do like the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs can win. They have the potential to blow them out without Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is the comeback king. Like, the guy is just, he's just, without that team, that's a whole different team. So, Denver Broncos, Cowboys, 1-13. I'm going to say, I'm going to say the 1-13 with the Dallas Cowboys. 1-13 coming off a bye. Let's do it. 1-13 with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see. Where the Dallas Cowboys at? We're gonna do this last one. I'm liking all of these right now. It's just that 1-13 with the Cowboys just had me a little worried, because the Cowboys offense is so profound. But I do like Bridgewater and his wide receivers. Stay within. Definitely that 1-13. All right, here we go. So, going back over of what we have, avoiding the public sides, and looking at our parlay, we have the Miami Dolphins, 1-13. We have the Kansas City Chiefs with a -2.5. We have the Tennessee Titans with the +7. We have the... Why do we have the Bears in there? Wait a minute. I chose the wrong one. Hold on. Let's get the Bears out of there. We got to go with the Steelers with that one. I like the Steelers. That's why you have to verify before you make your picks, because you're going to look back and be like, oh, I didn't bet them. Hold on. Oh, man. It happened to me before. Trust me. It's not fun. All right, Steelers. Okay. I mean, it brought us back down, but it's still getting good money. 100 for 10. 900. Yeah. All right, so we got the Steelers 1-13, Cowboys 1-13, Bengals 1-13, Tennessee 7 +7. We got the Kansas City Chiefs with the -2.5, and we have the Miami Dolphins with the -13. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys continue to watch my videos. Definitely liking them. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you guys. Also, just want to say bet wisely, and hopefully we'll hit for 9 this week. All right.